is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. I want to start off by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Koholohim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodesh, Bakatham. To honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akbath and the Yakim out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of the other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. It's the brother Yahweh Sop out of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And basically, I was about to do a lesson on this article I got out of Yahoo. It's just showing you the sign of the times, showing you what your government, your politicians, the people that you trust in, your leaders, how they feel about you. It says Biden and Congress are setting a 5-alarm fire by letting federal unemployment benefits expire in a week as Delta surges. An expert says. So this is a expert, I guess, on economics or whatever. We're about to find out. I'm sure they got to list his title, but this is based on somebody's opinion, but somebody that's also an expert at something. So they can, like I said, probably some kind of financial advisor or expert or something like that. And that's how you know this is pre-planned, preordained, pre-set up, because they got people accustomed to getting all this free money from Esau E. It did, like a child, they take it like a parent that's abusing the child to a degree, taking it away at a time when you critically will need this income, because brothers going in on, you got the price of goods going up because of inflation. You see a lack of products, so that's also causing the prices of goods to go up. You got the Delta going, the cases going up, so that's caused to lock down again. But besides the fact that a lot of places aren't trying to deal with the mask mandates, so if they take away these funds that was given because of the pandemic, when the time comes when you need it, when it's the second lockdown that's coming, what are these people going to do? So this is, that's why I say, it's like you set them up, it tells you in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, at least he get advantage of us. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. You can see if you got that spiritual eyesight of this from, a distance. But it made me think of some, Biden's a puppet, but nonetheless, it made me think of the scripture in the book of Sirach, the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Salakia shall be inhabited. And the point I wanted is an unwise king destroyeth his people. Now, of course, JB ain't our people, but, these, majority of these 2/3 Jakes, they've always been seeking for a king of another nation. At the end of the day, to a degree, he's the face of Babylon, JB. And, you had the situation with Afghanistan where they didn't have this relationship with these people that's actually took chances with their lives because they expected America to be occupying, I guess, Afghanistan, to the second coming. But people don't understand prophecy. Prophecy says that literally it's going to be multitude of nations over in that area. Even the guy Rethinking the Dollar made a video saying that basically, Ishmael's just finishing up what the elites are planning on doing before this order, this NWO, actually comes to complete, like they clearing up their loose ends and setting up the final stage. Because best believe they play a part. Just like with this Chrislam. You got people like corny ass Steve Harvey. I did a video on that. He's in the Chrislam. You know what I mean? Motherfucker trying to play. It remind me of that movie, The Mummy. Remember where the baby blew out on it? And he got to speaking in all the different languages. The baby's about to fuck him up, and then he starts speaking in the Hebrew. That's spiritual too, because the Hebrew is what saved him. Cold, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lock if it just read in my mouth. I ain't feeling no pain if you can understand it. So where is it at? Oh yeah, it's verse 4. But so I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, because again, these people think it's beneficial and wise to actually just at a time when a crisis is, because basically you're saying if the numbers going up, it's about to be another crisis. So why would you shut off these people means to support themselves, because you had to give it to them just because of the same crisis? Because at the end of the day, they wanted you to get that's a bargaining chip. You get what I'm saying? You never know with the mandate or you know what I mean, like how Jobs is enforcing. You got to show the jab info or else with keeping your job. Just imagine the like receive benefits. You get what I'm saying? And it's not far fetched. Come on, they was talking about basically making like grocery stores non-essential. They even had it on the table where they was debating on or you can't prove that you I mean, that's the talk of the town right now. You can't prove that you got the JAB. You can't shop. God, what place was they actually enforcing it? I think it's a Hamitic country. They was literally saying you can't even bank if you can't show that you get the JAB. So it says federal unemployment benefits programs exist in a week and Congress isn't renewing them. And I assume because I got unemployment this year as well, and it took like damn near 2 months for it to kick in. And when it kicked in, I know that was around the time when they was doing the lotteries, and they was saying basically they were stopping it then. Now I ain't mad. I wanted to go back to work. I just wanted the money that I was owed for missing work. But because I already saw it. Then, like I said, the same day I got the money, that's when I heard about them saying that they was gonna stop it. When was that? Like I want to say like what was that? May, right? From around May. This is Andrew Steiner, an unemployment expert, said it was a 5-alarm fire. Unemployment expert makes sense. He sounds like he's the type of person that actually should have an input as what's about to happen, being that this is about to affect the unemployed. Now we're putting people in harm's way. He said a lot of people will be harmed by this, and that's the spirit to come up with this other scripture. Because what is it? Salaki. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So the point is, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. This is an evil thing because basically they got these people dependent on this money to take it away. And that's what, like, when you find out about people that's like abusive, like in abusive relationships, tactics like this are employed. So they gave you something, getting you used to it, and then taking it away to basically not just bargain, but threaten. Because a lot of people ain't ready or willing to suffer to go without. That's why, like the elder said, I mean, it's another thing the Most High did by having us in this land of the north, because everything is so fast here. So most people don't know how to be patient or wait for food. So like I was just listening to the elder apostle Ramlab, he was saying, people can go without washing their ass, maybe even living in a home. Multitude of things they go without. I mean, depending on your spirit. But no one, especially these Babylonians, is not going to be able to go very long without any food. That's one of the things that's going to make them flip. Even when I was homeless, because I had part of my life was to be the homeless. And I look at it now like, well, damn, everybody about to be homeless. So I have called Loyim Lahi, how about Shimei Shah? I have had, the Lord blessed me with like a sneak peek, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, what this government doing is employing tactics that you would use when you're trying to take advantage of a person. Back in the article, it says pandemic era federal employment benefits end in exactly a week as cases from the Delta variant pile up nationwide. The Century Foundation has projected that 7.5 million Americans will lose benefits completely. So they're not even trying to do the unemployment program. And if that's the case, then that's this place over with. And unprecedented, and like I said, I'm gonna go research it afterwards because somebody was just telling me how they was trying to do away with the whole program. It said lose benefits completely. An unprecedented fiscal cliff that is likely to drastically affect income spending and jobless workers' lives. Andrew Steiner, a senior fellow in jobless policy expert at the left-leaning Century Foundation, tweeted on Thursday that it was a 5-alarm fire. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and starting next week, they're not going to be able to count on a regular source of income. So crime is about to go up. And when you look at the scripture in Matthew 24, I believe it's 12, it talks about because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So, this making me think of 2nd Ezra 16, because now you about to have people taken. Like the elder said. I mean, you know how many people got robbed and killed all because of this pandemic money and this PPE? Motherfuckers find out through the grapevine a nigga sitting in the ghetto sitting on 50,000. And this dumbass dude, because he ain't never seen that type of money, gone and try to get it all cash. And everybody in the hood, though. It says jobless workers have told insiders that the end of the benefits is coming too soon as the Delta variant surges, jeopardizing plans to return to work and school in person. And that's what I'm saying. And people are so blinded because they leading them by the nose hairs because they looking at the money. They not even looking at what's going on, all the other shit. Like, if you really pay attention to what's happening in Afghanistan, literally, they was just fighting. You don't know how bad that shit is. They had to literally fly. People took the chance of holding on to a plane that was taking off and falling off. Now, I know Ishmael wild, but come on, like I said, if that's, nah, that plane would have never took off because everybody been trying to grab that shit. That show you how scared and terrified they was. Yeah, that's some wild shit. I can't imagine too many Jakes doing that, but still, come on. Now 7.4 million renters are at risk of eviction. And all this at the same time. And it's ultimately the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. It made me think of that scripture in the book of Psalms. I forgot where I think it's in Job where it talks about work on the left, where he work or roughly paraphrase or something like that. Psalms 119. But I know one is right here. Because it's like the Lord creating a great old big old pot of experiencing your hell type shit. It says Psalms 119 and 126. It is time for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to work, for they have made void thy law. And that's why the iniquity shall abound, because of the fact these people is sinning left and right. And this is what these people that put it in your mindset to go ahead and break the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this is what their mindset is. After they done let you partake and keep this punk ass shit rolling till, they setting up, because now they was able to pass part of that, what was his budget for the year? He wanted 6 trillion, passed 3.5. How many people recognized or understood that happened? So, man, at the end of the day, this is out of Yahoo News. You go check it out, because at the end of the day, for those that aren't aware, you got an expert saying he can see some bad shit about to happen. But see, this is all through the Spirit. The Spirit is preparing us. Again, I take appreciation now at the value of actually experiencing going without for years. I went like 4 years homeless. And so, to somebody that hasn't experienced this, that's going to be a whole culture shock and fuck your mind up. For a weak individual, yeah, of course it's gonna be more serious, more. Because it's deeper now. It's gonna be a whole totally different level. You're gonna have multitude of people homeless. You're gonna have multitude of spirits out here where people gonna be trying to take. Yeah, it's gonna be violence about to uptick. And just like I said, just like with that pandemic money, how people was getting touched, all from on the left hand side, because it's the Lord. What it tells you. Damn, how I go, a gift destroyeth the heart. You know what I mean? Roughly paraphrased. So, like I said, this is out of Yahoo News. Biden and Congress are setting a 5-alarm fire. But again, like I said, this is preparation because, you know, you're supposed to be like how the brothers brought out about Egypt. Egypt was for you to purge the way of Egypt. You know, you're gonna have to be in the wilderness. In my opinion, for I ain't saying no years. I mean, and I'm just speaking as a man, but you know, because all you about to have the Lord about to like this is somewhat like an hour of temptation because all like I was listening to Elder Yashwan where he was making a statement of saying you have people in this thing for years and now that we coming to the point everything you've been speaking on is coming to pass because now you about to be in that situation. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Shoot a dribble. You know what I'm saying? Like now men getting weak. So like I said, people like you said, even if you gotta see the thing is like the brother been making that statement. You think you the only one like you so special like this, you gonna have niggas about to be affected by this. You gonna have men of the Lord affected by this, all for a purpose. You know that's why it talks about in the scriptures not to trust in uncertain riches because he's taking this away now, and it's affected. You know, I never thought to the level and the degree that it was affecting people, but of course not the big money, the elites. Not these stupid ass rappers, of course, you know, but you can see how it affected them. They was whining because you got to realize once you get on a certain income level, even certain entertainers live paycheck to paycheck. They might get 100, they might get 100,000 for doing this, but then their expenses are so expensive. Like Eddie Griffin, he goes through that. You know what I mean? He'll get a movie here and there. He got like 12 kids. Yeah, how expensive that is, and then because of his income. So the judge probably giving him extra, you know what I mean? Extra peckerwood, you know what I'm saying? So dogging him. He probably paying like some goofy shit. Like some of the people paying 10, 20,000 for taking care of one child. I got children in the truth. I don't make very much money. And my kids are content, happy, got everything they need. So if I could do it with what I get, what I know, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily because the thing is the mother sees some of the money, but not to the extent, you know what I mean? Like it's more to that, you know, like, you know, they not just doing it to benefit, because, like I said, you gotta remember, the state gets paid for even holding any trials or any little thing going on in the courtroom. This is how much this place is based on money. So that's why we ain't supposed to be focused on money. We supposed to be focused on salvation. Bear with me for a second. This is the book of James, chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 5. The point. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to tell, so like that he hath promised to them that love him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we might not be financially rich, but we rich in faith because it's gonna have to be. You're gonna have to have big faith to actually go out on that leap of faith, not trusting in carnality, but trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to take care of you through the times that's coming. You got brothers that sit up there and always talking about call loyam la Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when they get a bill paid or, you know what I mean, get blessed, you know, through our chastisement. So make sure you call loyam la Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when, you know, you might have to sacrifice that job to not take that jab. And that's so deep, you know what I mean? Because I agree with the elders. I finally, you know, I've heard him say it a million times, but I never really meditated and thought about it. But like he said, if you gonna take this jab, you gonna take that MOTB. Because you got a multitude of people that said that they wasn't taking it, and then when they got put in that position, they took it. And you got, I mean, it's a video on, I think on TikTok that the brother circulated where you got Edomite looking guy that literally took it and showed the card and said, nah, he wish he never took it. He suggests you not take it. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. You know? So again, you got people that's trusting, like I said, into these jobs. You got people trusting this vaccine. Like I said, when I did the research and found out that the CDC literally is the ones, the same people that suggesting you do this and do that because of this pandemic are the same ones that set back and watched Jake. Literally, it affected Jake. It wasn't everybody in America, no shit. It was just Jake. Sitting up there like, yeah, take this. Yeah, it's for your benefit. So if you could do that, and that's not that long ago when they did this shit, like, that's really for real, if you want to know, within a century. That's within the last 100 years. So if they did it then, you know they're going to do it again. So, I mean, trusting in this uncertain riches and, even trusting in Esau is going to get a lot of people killed. Bear with me. This book of James, chapter 5, I'm going to start at verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Verse 2, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. And, not only because of the fact that inflation, the value of the dollar and whatnot, but because of the fact that how you had a lot of proud people because they start getting that fucking little $2,000 a month of love PUA. You know what I mean? Like, literally. And is corrupted because now they taking that shit back. And it's like again, that's like some witchcraft sorcery. They manipulated the shit out of a lot of people. A lot of people gonna be angry, upset. It is called lawyer like Yabashim Yashai. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. You're gonna have a lot of people about to get judged and mark themselves because they gonna, like I said again, to try to hold on to these uncertain riches. They gonna literally go take that jab. With what this devil set up, like I said, again, it's all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the cold part about it is the Most High is going to use this devil to, to bring him, bring him, like with this book of Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2, treasures of wickedness profit nothing. And the treasure of the wickedness could be money, you know what I mean? Look what you about to basically have to, I guarantee you they're about to come with some kind of crazy shit. You got to prove your vaccination status in order to get benefits or some shit. I guarantee, like with the people that stand in these government buildings, you know what I mean? They gonna have to prove they vaccinated. And like I say, I was in a government building, called lawyer that the Lord put the spirit on me to see what was going on and get the fuck up out of there. Cause last minute type thing, you like, oh no, you gonna be like, shit, they might try to do it with, cause in certain areas the crime went up. You know what I mean? Like I said, I stayed in a low income building. They literally was getting that PUA. They try to figure out who got PUA, who get, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers got habits and all them demons on them and whatnot. So just imagine this shit on crack. Cause when it's a multitude of people losing. You're going to have people that never committed a crime but got a lot of guns, like these Edomites. Right. They used to experiencing poverty. These people go from like upper middle class to not, because of all the shit that happened within a couple of years from that to now they out here like we're living out of car and shit. That's the spirit because I just literally see two Edomites backpacking in the area where Edomites don't be at. So the point is, like say, that those treasures trusted in this FRNs, that's wickedness. It's gonna profit you nothing. But righteousness is, basically holding to the law, statutes, commandments. Righteousness is going out here and doing the work for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because if you are a man of this nation and we are a nation of priests and kings, it is your duty to be out here, especially if you understand this is resonated with your spirit, you might get judged for not doing this. So that's why the elders go in on keyboard warriors and whatnot. How you really gonna respect a man that ain't or you know what I'm saying? Then this is a rite of passage. This is us coming back into our manhood. So Lakia, call a lawyer, that I get to, because like the elder said, these is scary times and fascinating and beautiful times. And I don't know if I'm of that number of the elect, but I pray that I'm of the hopeful elect. I pray that brothers in my camps, in my camp is of the hopeful elect. And I hope through this time of trouble, because you got to remember, brothers just went through that um, Hurricane Ida. You know, you got you got Louisiana. You know, what I mean, just got hit. You know, you got brothers down there. So I pray them brothers are safe and their families are safe, because you got believers, and that's what we gonna do. We, those that's gonna forsake this system and hold true to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're gonna. I'm gonna end it on this. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 7. We're going to trust in the Lord, because it tells you in Scripture, Jeremiah 17:7, blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and whose hope the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is. Because a man that has hope in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has went through his chastisements. I ain't saying he's no longer going to go through it anymore. The Lord, I can say the Lord chastised me with the same thing, because I must not be doing something right. But I also know wholeheartedly the Lord, when he's giving me a lesson, I can see it for the most part. You know what I mean? When something is spiritually supposed to benefit you, all that. I've watched the Most High literally, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, rescue and deliver me from a multitude of situations. And that's why I'm going to trust him. That's all I can speak for is for myself, first and foremost. I pray that, in that day, I have the Spirit on me that, I can continue to keep trusting in him. Because like I said, we about to literally, like the brother did a video, we did like maybe a couple weeks back, it said the hell ride to the kingdom. And made me think of one last scripture, because the book of Acts tells you in the chapter 14, verse 22, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples, because the souls of the disciples is going to go through this, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But, if you got the spiritual eyesight, you could see this man's kingdom falling and ours coming to fruition. So may the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua continue to, manifest prophecy. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Central Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the laws, to the statutes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua be destroyed. And with that, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to call Loyam, La Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Erchakodos, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth with faith and sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akwat and Yakim out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth for you. I say shalom. Until next time, I'm able to come with another lesson. Shalom, and Mawath Lababal. Shalom.